Alright, good morning. Welcome to another episode of Alexander Gill Has No Idea What He's Doing. No, I'm just kidding. It was recommended to me to make an updated video on using the new WP AI Agent WordPress plugin. That's what I'm staring at right here, in case you're wondering why I'm looking over here. Through all of this excitement using Codex to build a bunch of different web apps and sites and stuff like that with Vue, I neglected to take the time to go back and update a lot of the plugins I've been using and building over the years. So, without any more ums, I'm just going to flow right into showing you what I got here. You can see all of my... how that works. Okay. Really cool features. Auto updates, native auto updates. Super nice. That was a nice connection to be made to streamline that. Anyways, we'll go through here. This is just your dashboard. It's going to give you key meta stats, your latest ones, quick action files to open assistant, create a draft. You can review your existing posts that you've done with AI, with the WP AI agent. Alright, so we'll just jump right into generate draft. So this has gotten a huge facelift from what it was before. Before we had just a basic title and description, and you click start and it would do it, and it would do a pretty good job. The difference is it would stick out all of your metadata into one post, so you still, as a human being, would have to go and copy and paste all of the keywords, the slug, the excerpt, all of the SEO data, and put them in the appropriate boxes within the editor. That is no longer an issue with WP AI Agent version 2. All of that gets handled completely automatically, down to, depending on what plugin you use for your SEO, it should automatically detect that and input your SEO data into the correct meta box, so it displays correctly. So, that being said, we have completely updated the generate content form. The basic form that you're used to is down here, the suggested title and the article brief here. Got tons of different helpers. You can click on these to automatically fill it with something. Stupid article. Well, here, we'll just do an authority piece. Generate draft article. What other features? So we've got that. Upgraded form for the actual generation itself. Metadata going to the correct location automatically. Okay, so from here you can open the draft or just stay right here. We're going to stay here. Alright, so that is the generate new article section. Oh, and one more thing before I leave here. We've got dedicated site context. So when you first enter and download this, this is going to be blank until you hit refresh context. As soon as you do that, it's going to go ahead and do a scrape of your website, of your WordPress website, and get an idea of what it is that your website is all about, and give it some actual context on what you're doing online. Alright, now we're moving on to the next huge feature update that I added to WP AI Agent. We now have full-on conversation threads. So you can go through and have conversations about things before you decide to write an article. And yes, when you finally decide on a topic on what to write about or what you would like to write an article about, this assistant can generate it directly from here. So you don't even need to go to the draft article section to draft an article. So for example, I'll type in here, I'm really into cooking cookies on outdoor fireplaces. campfires. Any article ideas that people could relate to on that topic?
Hey, Alexander Gill here. I'm in a nicer shirt and in front of a different background, just to grab your attention and let you know that you can follow along and do the same stuff I'm doing with your own WordPress installation and publish your own website at darkhorsevirtue.io. Go to darkhorsevirtue.io/ProSuite to get started today. For free!
Alright, so the art of baking cookies on an open flame. Tips and tricks. I'm going to do that one. And I'm not even, well, here. Could you please draft this one? So, moving on. I really got to work on that. Oh, we're not moving on yet because we're going to wait for this robot to finish up. Alright. I don't know what I did. Alright, so as you can see, it's already generated the image for this. You may have to convert to blocks depending on what version your editor is. It's all right there, looking good. And this is the exciting part. Excuse my yawning. This is the exciting part. So I'm going to go ahead and schedule this one out. Schedule it there, schedule it. So let me show you here. So it's already got the excerpt put in. It already updated the slug. It went through and chose which category to put it under. It already added the tags. And then this is the really exciting part. I use Site SEO, the Site SEO plugin for SEO. It's amazing, included with ProSuite. The Pro version is, and it works perfectly. It addresses everything I would ever need for SEO. Anyways, so what's really cool is it's still bringing in all of this metadata here. It's even rebuilt this picture in a JPEG format. In a JPEG format so that it works on social cards. It's updated the description for Facebook, and then also a little bit different one for Twitter. And then it's also got just the basic SEO one here. Let's go back to WP AI agent. And we'll continue on. So this is great. That was great. Was great. Thank you. It's good to be polite to your AIs. Alright, so the conversation, assistant conversations, assistant threads is a huge new feature to the new plugin. Next tab is the generated posts tab. So this basically is going to list everything that you've created with WP AI agent, and you can go in and either view them live if they're already published. So this one's published here. We can just go straight to that one. Boom. Spring solar and battery tune-up, maximize power after winter shortage. So, whoa, way too far there. Alright, and then, or if you're still, I mean, there's still the status here. We've got future, which obviously means unpublished, published, and then these are still drafts. So these are just scheduled. And you can do the same thing. Edit those, view the template, or view the preview. And then you can cycle through, and then as soon as you have a bunch of, oh my gosh, as soon as you have a bunch of these, you can start to search. So wellness, So that, and then the next tab is all of the media you've been generating, and this includes the social media that you've been generating. So basically, most of these are just going to become auto-generated with the post that you make, but this is just a quick reference on going to grab those, edit them. I have not put in a feature to edit the existing photos yet. It is on the list, but I have to figure out how to integrate that property properly. All right, moving on to settings. Settings is basic. This is the brains of the whole thing. This is where I was saying the default model should always be GPT 4.1 mini. I've got all of these loaded up in here for your use to play around with. I have had my most luck with GPT 4.1 mini. It does a really good job. You can change the image model. What else is in here? Article tone and settings. So you can really fine tune the way you want it to write the articles. And if you want it to specifically mention something, or you want it to be a smartass, or like I have deep stretches is very, very sarcastic and slightly rude. Terms to avoid, SEO keywords, all of this stuff, super easy to start to guide your author, your AI agent in a certain direction, so it's got a better idea of where you want it to go. All right, and finally we've got stats. The WP AI agent is available at Dark Horse Virtue. This is a vast improvement from the old V1 WP AI agent, and it's super exciting. But thank you guys so much for joining me, and until next time, I'm Alexander Gill, and I don't have a closing. I've been doing this like peace thing, but my kid says it's stupid. I gotta come up with another sign off saying. I don't know. Help me in the comments, since that was just painful to watch. But cool. Thank you so much. Until next time, I'll catch you later. Bye.